On this episode of Before and After, I'm going to show you what can be done when you engage a professional landscape designer. And also I'm going to show you the transformation of this overgrown jungle to a piece of paradise. Welcome to Before and After. We're in Ashfield, situated in the inner western suburbs of Sydney and only 15 minutes car ride from the CBD. The owners of this home have put their trust into the team at Scenic Landscaping. We'll be watching closely as they give this tired old backyard a total facelift. Running the show is experienced landscape designer Chris. He gives us a rundown on the owner's brief.
I've just taken a call, come to a house in Ashfield. They're looking at having their garden right now converted into a new garden that allows them to relax, to enjoy. I'm not sure they saw me, but I've walked through to just really get a bit of a mental brief of what's going on. It's challenging. There's a lot of work to do here. It's been used for very many reasons. Growing orchids, bromeliads, ferns, all up the trees, everywhere you can imagine. So there's obviously a sensitive heart here, and we've got to look after that.
All right, Chris, well, this is probably the worst garden I've ever seen.
It's the most challenging one going.
What are you going to do here? I mean, it's just, it's overgrown. These trees, are you going to keep them?
No, they've got to go. Unfortunately, half of them are seed-borne from birds.
What does that mean?
A bird sits in a tree and drops a seed.
Oh, really?
And up comes pitostrums and whatever you've got over there. So, yeah, we're taking them all out, but we're bringing 8 back in.
Okay. So, great. So sort of established trees as well. Mm-hmm. The fences, they look like they could do with the same treatment that the trees are getting.
Yeah, they're going to fall over too. We've got to though, Gary, because we've got a pool going in here, so we've got to increase the height of the fences anyway.
Now, this backyard is going to set a trend in this whole street, I think, because it's from what you're telling me, it's going to be pretty special.
It is. It's taken a long time to get here. It's an old house that inside is just unbelievable. They've looked after it so well.
Okay.
But they've decided that they're here to stay for a reasonable period of time.
I guess.
And they want to invest. Okay. And because of their businesses, their lifestyle, they're going to invest hard. We're doing some very, very different things here.
So what are you doing? Let's have a look, shall we?
Well, that principally is the design. Where we stand right now, Gary.
This is so spectacular. So we're down here near the cabana.
We're about here.
Okay.
Or if you could say we're standing in the sunken lounge.
Oh wow!
And over there is a fireplace.
Well,
over there is a barbecue, and
I can see a barbecue, and I can see sunken plants and a falling down fence. But I mean, this is going to be spectacular.
It's an area for the clients to really. I mean, they've got a heavy. Their workload is heavy.
Okay.
And that was one of the briefs of the garden to be able to give them the garden that they can come home, escape what they get up to as a daily basis, and just.
So how do you get signed off on something like this? You come with an idea, bit of their idea, a bit of your idea.
It's initially we'll grab a wish list.
Yep.
Then we have to discuss that horrible subject of budget.
Thank you for bringing it up. Budget. Can we talk budget?
It's horrible.
Okay. It's horrible. Well, it's not horrible for you. It's horrible for the client.
Yeah, it's horrible for all of us because their desires, their wishes excite me.
Yes.
But the budget doesn't
get excited.
They're never at parity. I'm working alongside a friend of mine, Nathan.
Okay.
Nathan Boutros of Iconic Landscaping. We've come together as a two companies, and we've merged.
Okay, great idea. This is great because you can actually get quotes straight away. You can actually price it straight away, get back to the client.
And this has always been the difficulty. The wish list comes in. I go off on designer's heaven.
Yep.
And then
he pulls you back.
Yeah, but prior to Nathan, you were sort of shooting in the dark a little bit. It was realistic, but not. But Nathan now can actually quantify through my designs exactly what the prices are. So we're working with the client throughout the process. We brought them into the equation far earlier.
Now, we've got happy clients at the moment. Mm-hmm. Let's hope everything runs smoothly. So at the end, they're going to be happy.
Mm-hmm. They will be. I think the challenge with this job is the logistics of it.
Okay.
Rather than steaming in and just digging and whatever, you've got to think logically.
Yep.
Because we've only got one way in, one way out. There's a lot of material that's got to go out. Storage is negligible.
Yep.
So we've got to be clever.
Okay.
We've got to think smart.
Right. Coming up, the house starts to take shape, but not without a few hiccups. We'll check in to see how things are going when we come back. From jungle to dirt pile, this garden is starting to take shape. A lot's changed since our last visit. Since finalising the plans with the clients and commencing construction, there's been a few bumps and changes. Chris updates us on the progress.
I'm in the sunken pavilion. This has taken some journeys. This pavilion has been squished, it's been stretched, it's been pushed down, it's been pushed up. Kid you not. A lot of relationships with the client, a lot of discussions, group meetings on site, really just to get together and make sure that all the bits that are coming together fit well. What has happened is the pavilion has been reduced in width, but the length has been increased. We had to then find a way of getting the barbecue and the fireplace to work together. Wasn't going to happen. So we eventually said, okay, let's just think outside of the box. Let's get the barbecue separate to the fireplace, but still have a relationship. Behind me you can see the barbecue. It was in a different place. So we've now got a sunken pavilion that is actually now a sunken lounge with a fireplace warming you as you enjoy the lounge setting. And it's coming together really well. Spent a long time with Dan. Dan's the site foreman on the project, trying to find a way of making sure the stairs, strong feature of the project, actually complement the lower area and entice you visually and physically up to the upper area. So we've introduced a couple of splays either side, and within the body of the step, to remove that sense of hard structure, we're incorporating small planters into each tread, and within that it's going to be the Buxus micra. It's going to look beautiful.
With only one narrow access point for coming and going, there's still quite a bit to do. After a couple of months have gone by, we check in again to see how the garden is progressing.
Today is plant day. It's always the day that I try and hold off as much as possible to the end of the job. Not always possible because rain has played with us as well on this job, but it's plant day today. So the guys are all setting them out, making sure we've got the right numbers, making sure the centres are right, making sure the rootstocks are okay, and just placing them accordingly. And I'm running around as they, Chris, is this okay, this is okay, this is okay, and it's great. It's just one of those exciting, coffee-filled days, so it's good fun. The team that we've got here, everything is programmed, everything's planned before we even sit on site. And what's happening is the guys are furnished with a plan of exactly where the plants are going. So they're laying to the plan, and it's worked. But the encouraging thing is they've actually pulled me aside and said, Chris, you know, can we just move that tree behind the Raphilepos, the teddy bear say? Can we move it behind rather than your plan shows it in front? And you know, they were right. And so that's the flexibility of that. But yes, they work to plan. And any problems, it's phone calls or FaceTime or whatever it might be.
Well, today is to get all the plants in so that we can then get the electrical, get all of our uplights, and then tomorrow we can mulch and work our way out. There's around 600 plants in this area today. This is the Ficus lyrata, beautiful shade-loving evergreen plant. Good for under the roof here, but it's not going to get much sun. We've got two here framing the fireplace, just to give the entertaining area a bit of greenery.
The progress on the job, massive, from the beginning, even from day one when we came here to what it is now. We've been building structures out of the ground. Behind me we've got the cabana, the sunken day lounge, whatever you wish to call it. Next to me we've got the barbecue. And that was design changes that came through the process. Because of the client making some wishes of change in the design, we had to shift the design to suit that change. The steps going up into the lawn area, we've created sunken planters within the step area itself, taking you up to that lawn, huge water feature over there, and then surrounded by plant stock. So the theory is when you get up onto the lawn, you actually go back to a seat, look across the lawn and see the water feature. The other changes are we've got a swimming pool that's come in on time. And we've got it done and we're ready to go. And then we've also made adjustments to the nursery that was required. It was originally quite a small structure. It's now a bigger one. So there have been a lot of changes through the project. The project, when we came, had a lot of stuff in it. There was a lot of collectibles, a lot of hidden treasures, and you may recall there was that cast iron bath hiding in there. And we came across an awful lot of other stuff that was hiding in amongst overgrown vegetation. That's all gone. But what we did save is the plants. As many plants as we knew how. They've been taken off site and they're actually being held in a nursery, mother-in-law's house. So they're going to be coming back, and that allowed the client to just put his own personal spin back onto the structure. And we're actually talking about doing a green wall on the side of the house to support the orchids and such like that want to come back, and the staghorns and that are there. So the client's able to do his own little bit of creation, which is important.
After the break, we can reveal the transformation of this amazing backyard. Welcome back. Right, let's get straight in there and see how this overgrown jungle has been transformed into a homeowner's sanctuary.
Hello, mate.
Lovely to see you again.
Lovely to see you. Finally, we're in.
We are,
Yeah.
and we're done.
It is completed.
It is completed.
And it's been completed for a while, hasn't it?
Yeah, about 5 months, 4 or 5 months, something like that.
Because we wanted to come back earlier and you said, no, wait until everything's grown
We
a
had to
little
let
bit.
it a little settle, but
Yeah,
the beauty
okay.
of this garden is it's still got room to go.
Okay.
You know, it's still got its trees.
Well, it's all, it's business at the front.
Yes,
And it looks
very
like there's
much
a
so.
party at the back. Like it's all very
It is.
plain at
It
the
is.
front, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
So you
It's-
didn't do anything there?
We didn't touch the front. We wanted to start at that gate.
Okay.
I mean, I suppose that's, you know, and with the lifestyle of the clients, they needed to have, or they wanted, but they needed to have this garden when they came home. They got a busy life.
This is new.
It is.
So this is you? This is like
This is us. We just wanted to, I mean, there's a lot of memory items that the clients have got.
Okay.
And we wanted to try and bring them out as best we know how.
Yeah.
Because they do a little bit of travelling in the business. So yeah, this is new. So you can actually
great.
capture this lady here, the Buddha here, from inside. Yeah.
So the owners have done lots of maintenance for us before we got here, I imagine.
There's been a little bit of it.
Okay.
Not a great deal, but a little bit.
Well, then
You know,
it looks
but,
great.
well, she's held her own,
Wow.
which I'm really pleased about. You know, the mulches, the plants, the dieback. It's brilliant.
All right. Well, without any further ado, can we take a look?
Should we have a look? Do you
Let's
want to
do
go
it.
first?
Okay, I
Okay,
do.
go.
Wow, what a change. Oh my goodness, Chris, this is incredible. This is great. I mean, this really is just so different from what it was before. I mean, do you remember when we first arrived here?
say, do you remember?
It
Yeah.
was a jungle.
Yeah, it was. It was. I mean, and the client, he had a passion of growing orchids. That was his escape zone.
Yeah.
And you remember the garden? It was just everything everywhere. Every branch had everything. He's still got that, and I'll show you that. There's a little sneaky area over there, so he's got his own control.
Okay.
But yes, this was lawn.
Well, this was the lawn area, wasn't it? So, and it was very plain.
Yeah.
And now have a look at it. It is just beautiful. Love what you've done here. Just tell us about the materials and what you've got going on here.
What I wanted to try and do is, when they came through the home, I wanted those doors to just fly open. They were in here, and come winter,
Oh my goodness, that's
know,
fantastic. They have used it.
they
I
have
can,
used
I can tell
it.
they
They
used
have used it.
Yeah.
They come, I mean, we need to stock it up and make it just look pretty now, but
Yeah.
come winter. And we just wanted to sink this area a little bit. You'll see we've got a slight foot down. It just gives it a feeling of embracement.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so the view from the house is very different from what it was, right?
Very different. Very different indeed.
These stairs, love this idea, and also the use of these beautiful hedging, which has already taken shape. But it's even going to get more square, isn't
Absolutely. Oh, she'll fill out. I mean, it's the Buxus micro, and
Okay.
it will. You know, you can trim it to the shape you want. So you know they'll fill out. And remember when we said maybe 4 or 5 months since we were here, amazing how much they have grown.
it? Well, in Sydney, everything grows so quick
true.
because the temperature's so fantastic.
That's very true.
So I mean, looking at the garden now and just seeing the before and after pictures. I mean,
Crazy.
you created this.
Yeah. I have this vision of this football that I kicked way back when, and thinking, how are we going to do this? But it's not just me that designs it, it's the team that's pulled it together. Nathan is my business partner, he's my friend.
Well, without him, you really, I mean, you great design, but it ain't going to get built. Unless Nathan
Well, he comes into my office and goes, and how are we going to do that?
Well, the great thing is too is you can actually kick football here now if you wanted to.
Yeah.
You couldn't before.
No, you couldn't. You couldn't.
Coming up, we continue the tour to the rest of the garden. Okay, welcome back. Now it's time to check out the rest of this amazing backyard.
It was definitely a challenge. The land was big but small at the same time. So many different levels. Once we started excavating and cutting back all levels and RLs, it was a major challenge. We hit a bit of problems in the ground. Being right on the boundary, and the root system was going into the neighbour's house, so we dug around it, and then we got the tree loppers in, stump grinding it. It was a mission. So we had obviously an excavator in the back here. We had to dismantle the excavator, take the roof off, get it in here, then put it back together, obviously get it working. We were excavating for probably around 4 weeks while another bobcat was running things out and getting rid of them by trucks. It was a bit of a task, and it took longer than usual because of the narrow driveway. Once all the excavation was cut back to levels and we sprayed the pool, you could already see the changes, and it was starting to take shape and it was looking good. We built the walls and the staircase. You could definitely see what was happening in this backyard. The sunken lounge that we're sitting in at the moment, it was just incredible to see that go up, and everything was starting to take shape. Look, when I walk in, I look around and I just say I'm proud of what we've built. So lush, so green. Yeah, there is a lot of bricks, a lot of tiles, but it's all softened down by all the greenery that's going around. Oh, love it, love it.
Well, we've just come up.
Yep.
Metre and a half, something like that.
Well, it didn't seem it.
And that's the thing, is
Yeah.
to try and, we wanted the width,
Yep.
we didn't want them to be overstated, but you've got to glide upstairs.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, you don't know what's here yet until you get here, so you kind
That's
of
absolutely
it's a
right.
journey.
Yeah,
What a wonderful place to sit and read a book.
well,
Oh,
that's the thinking.
Because the water.
Yeah, and it's just, again, so mum can disappear,
Yep.
or whoever it may be, just to take 5 minutes out.
Yeah.
I don't know, on a phone call, a glass of wine, whatever it may be,
Yep.
but just drift.
Nice. So this is where the original,
That's the way the sheds were.
where the sheds were,
Mm.
and also this is where he had his orchids too, wasn't it?
Well, his orchids were all over here.
Okay.
So
what's
what
in there
we've
now?
done, that's his orchid house.
Can we have a look?
Of course, of course. And it's really just to try and give him an opportunity to carry on with his
Oh my
passion,
gosh.
you know, and it's chockers.
Yeah. This is the highlight for me. Beautiful blue pool, absolutely wonderful, and the shed obviously is done with some taste.
Same colour as the house.
Great.
Just a tie bottom with front.
I just noticed there's a
But,
mirror down there that kind of reflects the back of it.
Oh,
So if you're
it's-
sitting
it's-
there, you can.
Well, from here, Gary, we've got the steps, and I think I'm a great one of the trompe-l'oeil effect, and use it well.
Yeah.
Because it looks like a window. It looks like another room. It causes a question mark.
It does,
in the
yeah,
head.
yeah. No,
and-
which is great. It makes the space look so much bigger.
Well, that's right. And the way we've designed it is that I wanted to zig you through the garden. Does that make sense? I wanted to get you from one diagonal to another diagonal to another diagonal,
Yep.
rather than straight up.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we've
Achieved
done.
here. You have actually.
And we've
It is-
got here.
It is a wonderful journey. The Japanese maple is a stunning, almost piece of art, and you haven't done a row of them or anything, just one.
Just one, the Acer Senkaki. People who know me know I do deciduous. I love deciduous
But you've
because
got
they
it near
just
a
talk.
pool though.
That's all right. It's an acer. There is what's known as a friable leaf.
Okay.
So when it's ready to drop, it's the leaf is dead by the time it drops, and literally you can crumble it up. So
Okay.
if it was a gum, I'd be going yes. But the reason we went for this guy is in the autumn, not only have you got your autumn colour when autumn comes from the leaf, but you will get literally this salmon pink bark off the whole tree,
Which
and
looks
it glows.
stunning.
It's crazy,
Yeah, it
just
looks
crazy, and it's playing with plants to create a picture. If you're going to spend in the garden, spend well, to invest in your family's lifestyle and to invest in the asset value.
Great.
Well, it has done that for sure.
That's what you've got to do.
Well, Chris, you have been amazing. Thank you so much for letting us come on the journey with you. I had a wonderful time, and this really is a before and after.
It is.
A true
it
before
is,
and after.
It is. No, Gary, it's been a pleasure, and thanks for doing it with us.
No worries.
It's been fun. It's been fun.
Well, there you have it, from an overgrown jungle to a homeowner's pure heaven. This is just one example of what having your backyard professionally landscaped can do for your house as a whole. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.